the Giza Plateau, Egypt. Here, in the desert just outside Cairo, stands the Great Pyramid of Khufu. 4,500 years ago, it was the tallest and most impressive man-made structure on Earth. But exactly how and why the pyramid was constructed remains a mystery.
The Great Pyramid, it is the most wondrous place on Earth. And when you're standing in front of it, you are confronted with the greatest mystery of all time. Who built this place? How could it have been constructed? Why is it still standing? And then when you go inside it, you have the feeling like you are in the hands of an extraordinary intelligence.
We've got a structure that's 480 feet high. It covers 13 acres. There's 2.5 million blocks of stone. The heaviest stones weigh 70 tons. They quarried thousands of tons of granite 500 miles away. It's an amazing structure.
To me, the most intriguing thing is the scale of the project. You know, if you want to build a tomb, fair enough, but why go 146 meters high? Why use 2.5 million blocks of stones with a mass of 6 million tons?
Mainstream archaeologists theorize that the Great Pyramid was built sometime around 2500 BC as the burial tomb of the pharaoh Khufu. But this claim has yet to be proven, and the debate among various researchers over for who or for what purpose the structure was built continues.
We're told that the Great Pyramid was a tomb for the pharaoh. But there's never been a body found inside the Great Pyramid.
We have found pyramids in the 1950s by respected Egyptologists whereby the tomb was sealed, whereby the sarcophagus was intact, and inside there was no body, there was no corpse, there wasn't even a coffin. And so this notion that we really think that grave robbers somehow were responsible for everything can no longer be maintained.
There has to be a reason for them to be there, and they are a tremendous expenditure of resources. And if not for a revered leader, they had to have had some benefit for the civilization that built them.
So it's a whole controversy. Nobody knows why our ancestors constructed pyramids.
But if the pyramids at Giza were not intended to house the remains of dead pharaohs, then why were these towering monuments built? Could there be a connection between the Pyramid of Khufu and other pyramids around the world, one that has been lost to time? Or is it possible that the builders of these engineering marvels had an otherworldly inspiration, as ancient astronaut theorists suggest?
Both the Mayans and the Egyptians have legends that the gods came down and gave them instructions to build pyramids. For instance, with the Egyptians, the famous god Thoth is known as the architect of the universe. And it was he who allegedly designed the entire pyramid complex at Giza.
Imhotep, the person who was responsible for the first pyramid, actually said that he received this information from the god. Not so much that God appeared to him and told him, but that he was able to access this information from a different realm, and from there began the pyramid building process.